Yeah! I'm ready, baby!
Scary.
Yo. It's
What is
Q&A
up?
Mondays. What's up, man? Let's do this thing.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
All right. Hey, we're here. It's a Monday. Got my man Fate Decided. We have our other folks in the chat waiting for us. And let's see what we got. And you guys obviously can leave your questions for us. We'll try to get to as many as we can. Hey to everybody. Bobby, Jennifer, Jason, Val. Of course, the general is here. Of course. Wayne's in the chat. All right. Very, very cool. Very cool. And Jason, you are right. We are so close to 1K. We're right around the corner, damn it. Right around the corner.
We're trucking.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
I like that.
The fate of night. We'll get this done.
Yo.
It's no longer the fate of night. It's the fate of night killjoy.
Night killjoy. What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing? How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Oh, look, he came prepared with the beanie.
Oh,
Look at
nice.
that.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Look at that.
Fancy beanie.
You're all right, man. Very, very cool. Night decided.
I was ready with that joke. I was ready for it.
That was some of his best material. He's been waiting for that for years.
Oh yeah.
Right? Hey, what's up, Crystal? How's it going? And yeah, man, and I just found this out too, man, and I absolutely cannot believe it. It really breaks my heart, but rest in peace to Olivia Newton-John.
When did this happen?
That happened. Yeah, I didn't know that happened either.
Yeah, I just found out about that about a half hour ago.
Holy crap.
all I gotta say, man, is it's for me, it's a sad day. I've absolutely adored her since I was a little kid. Yeah. I'm serious. I am not kidding at all. But yeah, she passed away. I think she was 73. Jeez, man. Oh,
that's so sad.
Yeah.
Man, I'm serious. I mean, not to be a downer, but I knew I wanted to at least bring that up. And I know Wayne's in the chat. I think he mentioned it too, fellow Aussie. She was absolutely amazing. And I'm not just talking about Grease. I'm talking about her voice, her music. She just telling you, man, enjoy people while you can. That's all I can say. Yeah. Enjoy them while you can.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She died at 73 in a ranch in Southern California.
Yep.
Yeah. Does it
It's
say
awful.
how she died?
I don't think it said necessarily, but I do know that she was dealing with cancer.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like it was from her breast cancer, that she's lived with it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't say like that's the actual cause of death, but that she's been fighting with it. Yeah. But that regardless, I mean, however she died, that's crazy,
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Talking a legend, another legend. This month, little. Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say this last month or so, has been crazy. A lot of iconic deaths in the world of sports, in the world of music and television, and
movies.
Yeah, it is
crazy, man.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's funny because last night we were on a live. We were doing a watch party, and a couple of us that were on there. I shot him 6 times, and Steven, we were talking about music, also with Nanette and Katie and so forth. We were talking about music, and we had brought up the Bee Gees, and I'm a fan of the Bee Gees, and I remember seeing one of their last performances, the one night only performance, before 2 of them had passed away. And it was like in the middle of the performance, and they stopped the concert, and Barry Gibb, kind of gave a moment and said, there's someone special in the audience in the front row, and it was Olivia Newton-John. you know, and then of course, you know, then of course they were doing, you know, the music and showed her and John Travolta from Grease in the background and all that type of stuff. And I mean, she looked amazing. I mean, of course, that was, I think that concert was maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago or whatever it was, but geez. Anyways, I'll stop. But she was amazing. She was amazing.
So
I know. How do you follow that up? Right? I'm sorry, guys.
No. I mean, it's a reality, you know. I mean, the only thing that's guaranteed is death and taxes. You know, it's like, unfortunately, like, you know, it's crazy. But you know, rest in peace. But Friday the 13th, it looks like we may be getting a movie. You know, like,
can I?
Like, go ahead.
Can I just apologize for something, by the way? I literally just uploaded a video, like not 30 minutes. I had a video ready to go. I was so happy with it. I talked about Friday the 13th. I also talked about Paranormal Activity 8 news, which is all bullshit. Fun fact. Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
I talked about it for 5 minutes, how excited I was for it, and Oren Pelly takes to Twitter like not 20 minutes ago and says, "Oh yeah, no, we're not working on that. I have no idea what the hell people are talking about." Yeah. So sorry.
Wow.
I feel stupid as fuck. So
hey, it's not your fault. We're just reporting the news as it comes out. Like I don't remember what the movie was. But not on Fate Decided, on Fate Talks Films, that happened to me. I saw I was looking up like stuff to talk about, and I think it was like Bloody Disgusting reported it, and I was like, oh, cool, this gives me something to talk about. I don't remember what it was, but like literally, like I posted the video, and like 10 minutes later, like there was a report that was like, yeah, this is just complete nonsense. This isn't happening, and I was like, oh man, but the video is already up. I just like made a little comment that was like, this is all nonsense. Enjoy the video.
That's the thing, dude. I also talked about The Strangers and Friday the 13th. So I'm like, I'm going to keep it up because that's all good.
Right.
You know, like, so I'm like, damn it.
Hey, but, you can always put it in the comment section. And I mean, it just shows not only are you real and like right there, like, you know, the second that you can get information, but it also shows that you're responsible enough to say to people, say, hey guys, I literally found out after I did this video that some of this is BS, and I want you to know that, you know. So I personally, as a viewer, and obviously as a longtime viewer of your stuff, I'd be like, that Jake's all right. He's keeping us straight.
Well, I appreciate that, Knight. That makes me feel a little better.
I mean, we're all gonna have misses. We're all gonna. I mean, like our job is to stay up to date with this stuff, you know, and especially, I mean, obviously, if it's like, you know, spoofnews.com or something, then you probably should have reported about this stuff. But if even something like half reputable is talking about it, like, you know, like it's our job to put it out there, you know, and then make a correction, you know, or you could just double dip in AdSense and make a video following up that video talking about how that was nonsense.
on the thumbnail, you just have this look like, and the title be like, I effed up.
Sorry guys. I just talked about it for 8 minutes. Get those mid rolls.
Get the mid roll edits in there. Hey man, why not? YOLO. The power of the algorithm.
I love Carrie's comment about with Jake's energy, he could just make it work, just be all cartoony and be like, I fooled you all. Right? I would do that,
Like, you guys thought that was real? You guys are the fools.
Why would you believe me?
You nerds. You think there's more paranormal activity? No.
you totally troll your viewers. You guys
maybe you'll get lucky and it'll age correctly. You know, would have been a month they announced that they're actually making a Paranormal Activity 8, and then you could be like, see, I told you.
I was right.
I was there from the beginning.
I knew all along.
Hey, what's up to Maverick and reminding people, rightly so, our very own Carrie Crave Cinema is 2 subscribers away from hitting 300 subs. Make your way over to Carrie's channel and sub. Show her some love.
Do it.
Very cool. Yeah, do it.
You know what I love about doing theory videos is like sometimes those theory videos are right.
Yeah.
And then you get people later on, like I had that happen like after Scream 5, like a bunch of my videos, people were like, this aged great. Like, how did you call it? Do you have inside news? And I'm like, I do. No, I'm sure.
Right.
I didn't say that. I was like, no, I'm just an idiot on YouTube, just making shit up, and it just happened to be right. You know.
My one video where I theorized about Richie getting stabbed by Sam in the trailer. I was like, it's clearly Richie getting stabbed. That video like blew up like a month after Scream 5 came out. Like it has like 15,000 views now, and it's like, wait, what? And all the comments are like, oh yeah, this is exactly what happened. That's crazy. That's just funny.
Yep, absolutely.
You throw enough out there, eventually one is gonna stick.
Something.
Exactly.
That's the whole point.
One you hang your hat on.
That's right. Yes. So Jake, do you want to start off with Friday the 13th?
Yeah. Let's talk
about
that.
Me, I'm always down for some Friday.
Yeah, some real good news that happened today. It's real, guys. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Tomorrow we're gonna get an announcement that says that is total bullshit.
That there's no chance at all.
That would be so. Well, it's not confirmed, so that's the thing. That we have the kind of producer of the new Friday the 13th. He was going to be a producer, right? Is that what I remember from the article? Because in 2018 they were like, hey, we're gonna do another Friday film, but all the legal stuff was still going on. So this guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He was on the Boo Crew podcast with Bloody Disgusting, and he's like, oh. Yeah, we'll have something before the year's end. You just wait. Like, don't worry, something's coming. And it's like, what is that? Something about Friday is apparently coming. There's going to be some announcement about it. Maybe they've made some magic happen, gotten Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller to just kind of shake hands. Hopefully.
Roy Lee.
Right.
Roy Lee, yes.
Yeah.
He's a big film producer. He did like The Ring, Blair Witch 2016. I'm trying to think what else off the top of my head, but yeah. So he's apparently still working on Friday the 13th. Maybe it's happening. So Knight, I'll throw this to you, man. What are you excited? Is this like how do you feel about this?
Man, I am beyond excited, and I mean, look, the bottom line is that this is the time for this to happen. You know what I mean? You gotta strike while the iron is hot. And we've talked a lot about these slasher movies, and just horror in general has really been just doing a lot of great stuff, and even these franchises that have been around since the dawn of time, they've found ways to have success, whether it be on the big screen or on the small screen, like Chucky, and we're still, the jury is still out on Hellraiser, but we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, with all these movies doing such good business and so forth, whether it's Halloween or Scream or X or Nope or Black Phone or what have you, yeah, let's get some Friday the 13th out there, man. The only thing I hope for as a big fan is I just hope that they take the time to approach it the right way. And I think, if you look at the blueprint for Halloween, I think and of course everyone has different opinions on it, but the one thing it seems like they tried to do is not just say, okay, let's just hire a guy, put a mask on him, and let him stab some people and we're done, we're gonna make money, it's Michael Myers, right? They at least put some thought into it. Whether or not those thoughts always panned out, at least they put some thought into it and had people developing it and working on it and directing it that had a love for it and at least some sense of an understanding on what makes Halloween work. So I'm just hoping that we can parallel that to Friday the 13th. And yeah, but I'm really, really excited. And Jason's like, bring Jenny back, right? Man, if Amy Steele is in the new Friday the 13th movie, I'm literally going to do a cartwheel on live camera for you guys. That's what I'm going to do. No. I'm just saying, I love Amy Steele.
I couldn't agree more. She's probably the best final girl in all those movies. I mean,
oh God, man. Yeah.
Hot take, but yeah.
And I love quite a few of the final girls in Friday, because I think a lot of those final girls, they just have, there's a charm to them, maybe part of that is because it was in the 80s, and maybe it's because of just the simplicity of the storyline and so forth. But Jenny really stood out because she was so smart. She worked on that whole psychological aspect of dealing with Jason. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Lar. I love Melanie Kinnaman, who I was so happy to be able to sit down and talk to her and interview her. She's fantastic and still amazingly beautiful. But Jenny, Amy Steele, she's the one. She's the blueprint.
The gold standard.
That's right, man.
Yeah,
literally. I've seen people even recently going to cons and meeting her, and I'm like, oh, wish she was over here on the East Coast, man. I would literally die to meet her. Like, I gotta meet her. I gotta meet Heather Langenkamp. I gotta meet Robert Englund. If I can do that, I'm gonna be sitting pretty. Well, Nev too. You know, of course, Nev had to drop out of New Jersey, but Amy is at the top of that list for me.
Knight, I was going to ask you about that. Are you still going to New Jersey? I know a lot of our friends have dipped out on us, but
I am. And shout out to David Arquette, pinch hitting for Monster Mania, coming in at the last hour. You know, obviously Nev and Skeet aren't going to be appearing, but I saw this tweet from David Arquette saying, I forgot how he worded it, but something saying, I don't want the fans to be disappointed. That's why I'm coming, or something like that. And I was like, man, you're all right, Dewey. You're all right. You know,
Deputy Dewey saves the day again.
Right? I know.
Bro's finest.
Dewey always saves the day.
As Randy said, Bro's finest. So.
Yep. Yeah, man. I mean, I know. I know. And Danielle Harris too. She jumped in there, and so that was cool.
Okay. See, I haven't, like, this is all news to me. I have not kept updated on it. That's awesome, though.
Yeah. Well, we got, because Nev dropped out, so we knew about that.
And Skeet Ulrich dropped out. I knew about that.
Right. Yeah. And, you know, and it's funny, too, because my man Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns, he kind of, he kept me in the loop because I didn't even know Nev was dropped out at the time. He found out and let me know hours later or whatever. But then I was like, okay, well, we still got Matthew. We still got Skeet. We're gonna be, and we got Jamie. We're gonna be okay on the Scream front. And then when Skeet dropped out, I was like, "What the fuck is going on, man?" But then luckily Danielle stepped in. Kane Hodder is gonna be there, dressed up as Jason.
Oh, no way!
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes,
sick.
Sir.
Okay, that's fucking dope.
And you know your boy is gonna have to do a photo op with Jason. And you know, he's fantastic. But I think David was just announced the other day. So it, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I still wish to hell that Nev was there. But at least this. Oh, what? Are you serious? Laura just said Marley Shelton just dropped out today. No.
Aww.
Oh man.
I really wanted to meet her. Damn.
Yes.
That's
Marley
a shame.
Shelton, yeah.
Oh man, no lemon squares.
No lemon.
Imagine she was just handing out lemon squares everywhere.
I would absolutely eat one.
Yes,
I don't care. Like,
poisoning or not, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Don't take food from strangers, but if Marley Shelton offers you a lemon square, you're gonna eat it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too cool.
Oh my god, I can't believe that. I was so looking forward to. Oh, that sucks, man. This is all live. I'm like getting all bummed out.
Yeah.
Oh man,
having a meltdown. Like,
thanks, Jason. That would not happen, but I appreciate that.
Hey, never say never.
Never say never, dude.
20,000 subs once Friday's officially announced.
You never know. You never know.
That's how Dead Meat blew up. Friday the 13th, baby. That's
Was it?
Yeah, he was posting all the kill counts for that right as the game was like growing in popularity. So it's like his channel just shot. Yeah,
timing was a good time. Yeah,
timing.
I mean, hey,
timing is everything.
I didn't know that.
Stuff. And I mean, people are gonna be excited for this. Like, you know, I mean, what I mean, and now's the best time. I mean, we talked about this with like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. You know, it's like, after this year, no more Halloween for the foreseeable future. I mean, you got to imagine there's going to at least be a 3 to 5 year gap minimum before they start ramping those movies up again. You'd imagine at least. Mm-hmm. And then you have Scream 6 and then likely Scream 7 the following year. And then who knows how long it'll be before they make another movie after that. So like if you could get a Friday the 13th movie within the next like 2 years, I think you'd be in a perfect slot. Like you can do a new Friday the 13th trilogy because you move off of Halloween into Scream. Scream wraps up, and then boom, you're moving right into Friday the 13th. Maybe even get like at that point. Hopefully, you can get a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and it's like, I you can kind of keep this going, and then. Once you get through those, Halloween probably comes back. Scream probably.
It's the cycle starts all over.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. I mean, that's probably what ends up happening. Because by the time you get through like Friday the 13th trilogy, say 3 years, and then
we'll be like, we want Michael now.
In like 2 or 3 years, it'll be like 5 years, 6 years removed from the last film. So of course they're gonna be like, oh, and especially if the train is hot.
I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
I just think that like right now would be the best time to do it, and to have that. I'm curious to see what they have worked out. Maybe they're doing something different, or maybe because one owns the rights to Michael, one owns the rights to the kid. Like maybe they're just doing a grown adult version, and they're not doing a callback. Because I mean, we all know the story. And any new fans that don't know the story, they're not going to know the difference anyway. So you could just do a Friday the 13th movie with Jason Voorhees, and there you go.
Yeah. Is someone whispering subscribe to the Lethal Collective?
What? No. Never.
What?
No, you're hearing voices in your head, or it's Jason that's the mama. When I found that out, it blew my mind. Like I was like, it makes so much sense now because growing up as a kid through all that stuff, you always mimic it, you always joke about it, and then you find out what it really is being said.
Right.
It's like
Gary.
Jake, that was me.
I'm like, am I going crazy right now? Like I have voices in my head. Oh no, this is not good.
Right? Oh man. Craven, stop eating lemon squares and get out here. Subscribe. You know you want to.
Do it.
Do it now.
What are you doing?
Subscribe to the Lethal Collective.
Just subscribe. Just let it happen.
Don't stop it.
Oh, this is getting creepy.
Right, it is.
Or is it getting great? Same.
That's right.
Don't look at the glass half empty.
That's right. That's right. Fantastic in a loop.
Nice.
Y'all are fucking with me right now. What is going on? Something is going on.
Was he not there for that? Or he left before we talked about that when we had the meeting?
Gary's like, I didn't think you could hear me.
That reminds me of Scary Movie, when he's like, "What was that noise?" And she's like, "Sorry, I farted."
I love that part.
Like,
it was so matter of fact,
yeah,
right?
It was like, yeah, she's like, "Sorry, I farted." He's like, "No, the poppy noise." She's like, "Oh, the popcorn." It was like, "Oh, okay." Right.
All right, I'm just gonna ignore the voices in my head, and we'll just keep talking.
Yeah, let's just keep moving along.
Jake's lack of sleep in filming a slasher
it's getting to me. It's like I've been playing a serial killer.
Yeah, I've succumbed to the the whole filming process.
We're gonna see on the news tomorrow. Man snaps because the
sucks.
What is happening? Where is this coming from? What the
Jesus, like if you guys summon demons, I will unsubscribe.
you just see the demon coming out. We're doing
out of my closet, just jumps out. That'd be great,
right?
We're gonna get the news article about Killjoy Jake.
That's right.
Wrong information. His video flopped and he just snapped.
I know. He's like, damn it! I got no other alternative.
Rules.
I already got the gear. Let's just them's the rules.
He took his movie too serious. He made a real life snuff film.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, gentlemen,
what's up?
Yo,
the show can now begin.
It can, man. It truly can. There's no stopping us now.
That's right, man. Full strength, like Voltron.
Voltron. Oh my God.
We have connected.
All connected together now.
Into a super robot. That reminds me of Deadpool.
Right? Deadpool. That's a good one, man. Oh, shit.
He's
all
like,
right.
4 Rings turned into a super robot. How much will this time buy me?
That's right.
Man.
Voltron was a true love story.
That's right.
Already, we are.
Hey, internet.
Oh man. And look at Val. Val's sticking to business. 30 amazing people in the chat. 22 likes. What are you doing? Nobody does that better than you, though, Fade. I gotta admit.
I know.
Please add subliminal super chats when you reach 1K.
Oh, they won't be subliminal.
They won't be. They'll just be
They'll
like,
be on
give
the
us
screen.
money now.
Exactly.
I literally felt like I was going crazy there for a second. I'm like, Fate's talking, but I hear other words. What is happening? What is happening?
I'm actually trained in ventriloquists, so
oh my gosh,
I can actually talk and talk.
That's so impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? He's got skills.
I got my little doll. And it
Oh
just,
no!
Oh,
Stop that!
shoot.
Wow, you really
Look
do
at the
have
little
it right
guy.
there. Oh,
You know.
And then we got my little car guy over here. You know, he talks.
Oh,
right?
I can't even like focus. I can't even focus. It's making me laugh so much. I'm sorry.
He talks to me regularly. I also have the voices in my head.
You got the voices in your head. Oh, man. That's right.
what is that?
Dude, I know. I'm going crazy.
We're all standing here. We're like, God wants you to subscribe to the Lethal Collective. That's what
The channel is haunted. Everybody, please call an exorcist. We need help.
like Jason said. We're over here summoning demons and stuff. We just get a ghost space demon.
I don't know, man. I hear it, but I don't know who's saying it.
I don't wear mixed match socks, demon. God damn it.
Wow.
Carrie's like, if we whisper it or scream it, we almost press the like button.
If you say like
I don't know, man. Jake, oh my gosh, we're getting X-rated.
That's my favorite position when me and Jake make love.
No.
No.
It's getting nutty. It's getting nutty out here.
It is. It's getting a little sensual.
I don't know what I'm more excited for, that or Friday the 13th.
Right? Good point.
Man.
But in all seriousness, how excited are you for Friday the 13th Fate?
It depends on what kind of Friday the 13th.
Oh, gee.
That's a loaded question, brother.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I mean, if we get some like terrible new adaptation because they can't get the rights for everything and it turns into like a total disaster,
Right?
Like then,
right.
yeah, I'm not excited for that. But if we can get like an actual Friday the 13th movie, yeah, I am. I'm definitely excited for it. I actually liked the 2009 Friday the 13th. I mean, maybe I'm biased because Jared Padalecki is in that movie. And
Here we go.
That didn't
that
sound
guy,
good.
my God, the things I would do to him. But anyway, besides licking frosting off of him, he's a
What
great
the
actor.
hell?
What the heck are you talking about?
What is going on?
And on top of him, being a great actor in that movie, it was a good movie. It was pretty solid. I mean, was it perfect? No, it had its flaws. It wasn't the best movie, but it was a better sequel, or I guess remake. So yeah.
I loved it. I loved the
I did
2009
too.
movie. It's
Me
great.
too.
You know?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Jared
It's been
Padalecki
so
is-
long since we've gotten one. Like, you got to wonder what a new Friday would look like now in the modern
I
times.
know.
Like,
I
would it
agree.
feel more like these new David Gordon Green movies, or it all depends on who does it too. But like,
Right.
I guess that's kind of a good question. Craven, you want to start us off? Who's a director you would like to see doing the new Friday, the 13th? It could be anybody. Let's just fuck
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Well,
Even if it's unrealistic, like let's just throw people.
Wes
out there.
Craven. Okay, that's
Okay,
real.
yeah, no,
Okay,
seriously, yeah, no,
Well,
seriously,
no.
let's talk about it.
All right, now
Be fun.
we'll talk about the realm of the living here. Obviously, if it can't be John Carpenter, then I'm gonna have to go with Ty West.
Great choice.
That's my vote.
Oh yeah.
Because what he did with X, guys, I'm telling
Oh
you, he
my
convinced
God.
me this guy can make a slasher well. And I want to see a Friday the 13th that's not cheesy or hokey. I want it to
Right.
be a serious film, like a Halloween tone
Right.
kind of a film,
Right.
and not some of the silly sequels we got in the 13th franchise. So, yeah, as much as I love them, don't get me wrong. Like I love Jason 10, but it's a silly movie. I want to see a much more serious Halloween, and I think Friday, and I think Ty West has got my vote.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
I agree, man. That would be cool. I mean, because he definitely showed that he had a way to balance story, and he did have some levity in it as well. So I think that'd be really, really cool. Hey, what's up, Coriander? What did I just come into?
Did you go to Zaxby's?
I got this like 3 hours ago, and I've been so busy. It's why I was late. I just barely even made it tonight. I'm still drinking my lunch drink from like 3 hours ago.
Dude, we don't have Zaxby's up here. Every time I go down south, I get it. Like, it's like
Got
my
you.
favorite. Oh,
It's amazing.
it's so good.
I could eat that stuff every freaking day.
Oh man,
It's so good. I just wish
Jason's
that
house is getting haunted.
Dude, I'm looking behind me and shit. I'm like, what is going
I'm a little
on?
unnerved. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little.
No.
It's a little weird.
I can't even keep like a train of thought because I just keep going like,
I'm with you.
Jake wears mixed match socks.
Nice.
I will get into position again.
Oh no.
Gary said he's
Oh,
gonna
it's-
start selling feet pics. Dude, we should do a Lethal Collective feet only thing, and it'll just be all of our feet.
No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't.
Dude, feet is a big business.
Oh my gosh.
Can I clip that? Can I put that in my stream?
Can you please do that for real? Oh my
I
god.
swear, if one of
feet
you
is a
guys,
big business.
if one of you say assume the position, I'm out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my god.
Terrible.
Oh man.
Rob Zombie's a good choice, Jason, for Friday. I'd
not
check
bad.
that
I
out.
agree. Yeah.
It's not
I
bad.
do think his style. Do think his style could fit it, as long as he
It could.
doesn't have to like conform to like what the studio wants. He can
Well,
just make his stay like in Halloween.
And also, kind of, I like
this
his vision, but still, I don't want to go to the point where every character in the movie you can't really like. You know what I mean? You gotta.
That's the thing.
That's the best. That's the thing about the best movies in the Friday franchise. That, like we talked about earlier, you've got people like Jenny. You got people like Tina or Tommy. It's like you got to enjoy the characters. You got to root for them so that you don't want them to get killed by Jason.
Yes.
And if everyone is cursing every 3 seconds and just trashy, it's like how do you get behind them? Is this, I don't know. But yeah.
That's my concern with Zombie.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly. So, but like I said, overall, yeah, I'm
Let's
happy
get
that we're
let's get a
having a
Quentin
conversation.
Tarantino. Friday
Oh
the 13th.
no.
Yes, that would be great.
No.
Just all the blood and just
Dude.
guts and murder.
How could here's the thing? How could he?
No.
I would rather Tarantino do a Nightmare on Elm Street movie than a Jason movie, because Jason doesn't talk, man. Like
Right.
Tarantino is the biggest
true.
tool in Tarantino's weapon is dialogue. Like
Right.
that's the thing. So what the fuck would he do with Jason? That's my thing. I don't know. The voices in my head are telling me other things, but
Otherwise,
yeah.
Yeah.
Voices
On
telling
another
me to
note.
subscribe.
Eli Roth would do a fantastic
Eli
Friday the
Roth.
13th.
Eli Roth, yeah.
That's my choice.
A gory Friday.
Yes.
Yes. Crystal, I already were on the live stream with a screenshot at Jake's legs up.
That was pretty hot. I understand.
God, that was totally wow.
All rights are reserved by the Lethal Collective. And
All rights are reserved.
It's
I get
technically
10% of that.
copywritten.
Copyright.
Take it 10%
right.
of all those images that are sold.
Oh Lord, you guys are all right, man.
I'm
man.
gonna take that. I'm gonna blow it up and put a poster, and I'm gonna put it on my wall. And every time I do one of those casual live streams on my phone, you're gonna be the background.
That would be
sitting in the
great.
position.
I would sign off on that.
Right. Oh my God. Coop's in the chat too. All right.
Coop.
Coop de oof.
What's
Right.
up, Coop?
Chef's in the chat. All right.
Good choice. Ooh, Duffer Brothers for a Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that would be
Man,
cool.
that could be interesting. If it's set in the 80s, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They know how to do an 80s style movie.
They do, right? And we know that's for sure.
Now, would you guys be
buddy.
down for period? Oh, yeah, this is important night.
No, Coriander. No, and no.
Open the
No.
package.
Now I want to know what the package is.
Okay. Hang
There's
the
something
fuck
seriously
on.
happening here.
Something is actually happening now. No way. No way did you pre-record that.
You couldn't have
What?
recorded that night. Come on, man.
There's no way.
And I know none of us said that. So what's really going on here, man?
We are in the future here on the collective.
We are in the future.
Whoa.
Oh man. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, baby.
Oh, we know, Nanette. We know. Something's talking.
He said we know.
So the new Friday 13th, it's not confirmed yet.
That's right.
It's right
Yep.
there. It's not confirmed, but it's looking like it's very likely going to happen. Something's going
Yeah.
to develop.
We
Yeah.
hope so.
Before the end of the year, too, apparently.
That's what he said before the end of the year.
Now, the other thing that isn't confirmed, but something else the article talked about, is we also they also kind of mentioned all the producers who were attached to the project back in 2018, which was LeBron, like literally LeBron James was attached to producing a new Friday the 13th.
Please no.
Isn't that weird? I don't think he would have any creative control. I mean, maybe, but he'd be throwing his money into it.
It's just his production company is basically would finance
basketball's a new weapon.
And then now, I mean, nowadays it's just like everyone gets an executive producer title,
right?
You know, like if you're a guy that's just standing there in the corner doing nothing, they're like, "You want to be executive producer? Come on, let's go." You know, like that's all it is. Like executive producer doesn't have the meaning it used to have.
That's right.
So yeah, it's nothing like that. But
that's right. I mean, he's a big fan of he's a big fan, so
franchise,
I give him that. You know.
Yeah.
Gotta give him credit.
No, it's never gonna be over.
Yeah, that's right, Denisha. You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
We need it. We need
Jason.
I need it.
What we need is 250 subscribers.
That's what
we need.
That's what we need right now.
And Carrie still needs 2 subscribers, guys. Come on.
2 subscribers to Carrie and 240 to us.
Yeah, let's make this thing happen.
Subscribe to the Lethal Collective.
I tell you, man. Whatever little demon out there, we agree.
We're watching you. They're on the same boat.
Dude, that's crazy.
No, that's just that. Now I'm terrified. Yeah.
No one's gonna be able to sleep tonight.
This will be Terrifier 3.
Oh gosh.
We should. You know what we should do? We should do it. What would be cool is like we do a live stream horror movie. Where like we actually film it in real life and you have those voices, and we just have somebody that like just takes us out one by one.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would probably be huge.
That's right.
So, dude, what we need to do around here is, I know it's hard with all of our schedules, we need to host a watch party. The 4 of us watching a movie together would be so fun.
I agree, man. I agree. Because I'm telling you, man, when you're watching these movies with someone else, it's so much fun. It really is.
We should watch something like obscure, like Trolls 2.
I've never seen Trolls 2.
Oh God, what a terrifying movie! Dude.
Should watch something like that.
How about the new Despicable Me? Yeah, let's watch that.
Oh man,
we'll all show up in suits.
Yeah, we'll all show up in suits. It'll be great. Yeah.
Oh my God,
that scared the shit out of me. I don't know if I can.
Yeah,
but
man.
Do any of you have a horror action figure collection?
Yeah, man.
I don't, but I know they do.
Yeah, man. I got Michael Myers. I've got McCready from The Thing. I've got one of the Predators. Yeah, man. But I'm definitely no professional. I've only got like 5 of them.
I got like a bunch of like the Funko Pop things. That's like really all I got like down here.
There you go.
I got like a Jaws one though. Like I get the shark from Jaws, which I think is cool. But
yeah.
You need to get the alligator from Alligator.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Or the shark from House Shark.
House Shark. That's what you need.
House Shark. Oh my God.
That's what we should watch. We should watch House Shark.
Dude, if you want to sit through all 2-something hours of that, sure. Yeah.
Wow. And we could just have hilarious commentary over it. People would love that.
Jennifer is still scarred, saying, yes, Lethal Collective watch party. Nothing gross, though. Tusk killed me.
Oh.
Hey, we had fun with that. Come on.
It was fun.
It was.
Yes. Sharing it together was, it made it all the more special.
Oh, my God.
Carrie got 300.
Yay! Let's go!
Hey.
Very cool.
Can we borrow 240 of those?
Yeah, we need 240 of those. Yeah.
Can we put you back to 60 and we'll just start over and we'll help you get back there?
We'll help you get back.
We just cipher off other channel subscribers.
That's hard.
We're building a community to take their subscription.
Only be one.
Yes. That is so cool, Carrie.
So, has everyone seen Prey?
Yes.
I have.
Yes.
Did you guys? Me and Jake talked about it. Did you guys like it, or what did you guys think?
I did. I thought it was. Look, and I've loved the Predator movies since I was a little kid. The originals, to me, is one of my favorite movies ever, and I think that this movie showed that you can make a good Predator movie. You can have a good Predator sequel. It wasn't perfect by any means, but I did appreciate the creativity and the idea, you know. So that's how I looked at it. Is it better than the original? No. Yeah, because I've heard some people say that it's not, but it arguably is one of the best sequels. It could be the second or third best favorite sequel of mine. So
I'm trying to figure out if I like it more than Predator. Like Predators has been my favorite sequel for the longest time. I don't know if I like it more than that though or not. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, no, I really liked Predators as well. But of course, you know, other than the fact that it was on a different planet, you know, they were basically just kind of copy and pasting from the original, which is not a bad thing per se, because I still love Predators. I remember seeing it in the theater and I was like, wow, you know, and I thought Adrian Brody was great in the lead, and the little differences they did were fun. But yeah, I mean, this one, I agree with you, Jake. I don't know if this one is above that or not, but I will say this one, the creativity of it, I think is, you know, could propel it past that for me.
I'd almost have to watch them again side by side. You know, I'm almost like, cause like I don't know, man. There's things about Predators, like, God, that voice is. But yeah, Prey and Predators, I think are like, they're good movies, but they both have like a big problem with them that I don't like. I don't love. Like Prey, just I wish we could have gotten into the action a little more. That's like the one thing me and Fate kind of agreed on with that movie. But then Predators, like I just don't like the subplot with Topher Grace. Like Topher Grace is just not intimidating to me at all. Right. For him to be this like antagonist randomly at the end, I've just never cared for that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I get they were trying to do something different with him. So I give them a little bit of credit, but you're right. It didn't work for me really either. Cause I'm like, dude, that's just fucking Topher Grace. Come on. Let's get
It's Eric from that 70s show. Yes. Like, dude, that's all I see when I look at him. Sorry. But,
right. Trying to play it like that. Well, that was everyone's knock with Spider-Man 3 too. Like,
you know, it's the same thing.
He played what historically has been a buff jock,
I know,
you know, high school quarterback.
It's like, what are they thinking?
And that dude's like, you know, Skeletor over there.
Skeletor.
Man.
Skeletor.
Well, I think from what I can tell by people's general comments, I'm in the minority on Prey because I didn't really like it that much, and I think that it seems like I'm probably on the smaller percentage, and that's okay. Because
no, I said
I haven't heard your feedback yet.
Yeah, I said it was.
Okay.
I said
same here. Like it wasn't a bad movie. It's not. I thought it was just okay. Honestly, I actually fell asleep at one point in the movie, which is never a good sign. My buddy Carbonite, who was here, had to wake me up because I had dozed off. Because for my taste, it was a little slow. I think it was way too many long periods of just like, okay, I'm not here to watch, you know, a historical movie, a documentary. I want to watch a Predator movie. And I felt like there were times it just really was too long. It should have been about 15 minutes shorter. I think I would have liked it more. Yeah. I think the pace would have been a lot more moving a lot quicker. And I will say this, though. There were two things I liked. It wasn't all negative. I did like the cinematography. Beautiful. And you guys know how much I like that when I watch a movie. I'm always talking about it. I love the scenery. Like the location scouts were, man, they were incredible.
Yeah, they were.
The shots were so beautiful. I love that, guy. So visually, it's great to look at. And then the other thing I liked was the third act. And I won't spoil anything, but that the last 15 minutes, I woke up and I was like wide awake. I was into that movie at that point. Yeah, but there was a lot of problems with it, in my opinion.
Movie, and you woke up and you were like,
I can't. I woke up. I'm like, this. Now I said, if it would have maintained this kind of pace, I would have stayed up the whole time. But it was just too slow for me.
She's not a Mary Sue.
No, she's not. She's not.
You don't know the definition of a Mary Sue if you think that Naru was a Mary Sue. I don't know. That's
and it's funny because I was just telling Marcus last night. I saw his stream where some folks were kind of alluding to the fact that Naru was a Mary Sue, and I don't think she was at all, because they showed her failing. They showed her working on her mistakes and so forth and so forth. And we just did an episode on it yesterday, and what was really cool is also getting a sense of like they talked about it in the movie. Obviously, she had been growing, had been trained to be, good with medicine, and she was a tracker and so forth and so forth. And Coriander was dropping some serious knowledge about, how that is something that happens when, when the young ones are like in pre-K, they're starting to train in that type of stuff. And I didn't even know that. So she's definitely not a Mary Sue. I mean, I'm sure there's some folks that may think she is, and that's their opinion, but no, not in my opinion.
If they didn't show that, I'd feel very differently about the movie. But because they went to those lengths to show her progression, like how she's kind of isn't great at first, but then she gets better, she learns, makes better weapons. Like that was so integral to the movie to me. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have liked it as much.
Yeah.
My only problem with that though is that like one, how like she went from being terrible to like being able to kill the predator, and like how much time? How much? I mean, what? Go ahead. Sorry.
Darth, I didn't mean anything by that. Sorry. I know you were asking. I got you. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to like put you on the spot like that. I wasn't saying directly to you. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter though be like, "Oh, Naru was a Mary Sue." Like, why would they do this? This horrible writing. And I'm like, dude, you don't know. Like, a Mary Sue is a strong female protagonist that is perfect in every way from the get go, never changes. Like, that's the definition. But my point is, we actually see her fail and get better. That's why she's not a Mary Sue. So I didn't mean anything by that. Sorry. Just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah. Like with the lion scene, I mean, she fell from the tree, she failed, she had to be brought back by her brother, carried back to the village by her brother. And so she just wasn't, but what she did have was determination. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but to go from that to like being able to kill the predator as her, first kill, and this dude just without, let me, because I was about to spoil. So
I think you just did.
I think you already did, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to go from that to like that, like it just made no sense. She went from like how many days passed, months, weeks. She went from being like a no good hunter to being like a superstar, like the best in the tribe immediately. It's like, and she's hunting on trees and this, that, and the other. And then it's like, she has to like sneak away because no one believes in her. So like, how much training is she really getting? How much time has passed between when she fell and almost got everybody killed to like the point where she's fighting the predator? Like, I'm not saying that she's a Mary Sue, but it's just like, it would like if she would have, to me, like I said, it's Mulan, but with the predator. Like that's what this movie was. It was Mulan with the predator, and it's just like like I said, I don't think it's a bad movie. I just think like you could have cut out like 20, 30 minutes of that movie, like got to the point.
Yep, I agree on that.
Even like the predator. Like we're there to see the predator. It was like, but like, what was he doing the whole time?
I think learning about the lay of the land.
I was just about to say, because when we did our episode, my good buddy Marty from the Trash Picture Show is probably the biggest Predator buff I've ever, and I've been watching these movies for 40 years, but he was talking about, and he made some good points about how this particular predator was characterized as being very young, like almost like a trainee predator. And you saw that in some scenes where he's testing animals, a snake, a wolf, a bear, these tribes people, and so forth. So he was kind of learning on the fly too. And I think that's what the movie was kind of showing. He's making mistakes and learning and building up his skill. She's learning and trying to build up her skill and so forth as well. At the end of the day, too, though, that orange flower was the big change, because then she was able to be, basically like Dutch was in the original movie with the mud, which I thought was really, really an interesting thing, because that went all the way back to her original big gift, which was medicine, and that was one of the ingredients she had talked about in the beginning of the movie. So, I mean, but, it's just like with Arnold. In that movie, you got all these superhuman guys with muscles to the roof. They couldn't kill this thing. They were failing right and left and getting aced out. And at the end of the day, get to the chopper. And then at the end of the day, Arnold, he just kind of goes primitive and barely was able to do it. So it's almost the same type of story, except in the original Predator, you had a group of guys that was kind of Arnold was the focus, but also, the other guys too. Whereas in this one, it's Naru and her brother to a smaller degree. You know what I mean?
I also want to point out that the Predator is like a much more primitive version of him too, because I think if it was the same Predator from the 87 movie, like he probably would have just wiped everyone out in this movie. That was my big criticism of it going into it. Because when I heard it was a period piece, I was like, the Predator, like bows and arrows versus lasers and and like guns. And all, I'd be like, dude, no way. So the fact that they like nerfed the Predator, which is such a weird thing to say, that was another crucial part to why I liked this. If they didn't do that, I would be like, this is unbelievable. Like I don't know what to tell you about that, but yeah.
Because instead of the laser cannon being lasers, it was basically like arrows.
It was metal arrows. I thought that was. I was like, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, that works for me.
Yep. And the bone helmet instead of the metallic one that we saw in all the other movies. So, I mean, again, it's definitely not a perfect movie, but because I'm a big nerd about the Predator too, I definitely think they made some really good choices that Shane Black didn't make in The Predator, which had opportunities. It had opportunities and it had a couple of moments, but it just didn't deliver. And I think what would have helped this movie, like you guys were saying about the pacing, is maybe another action sequence, you know what I'm saying, and kind of scale, because they were trying to tell a story. So I get what they were trying to do, because like in The Predator and even in Predators and definitely in the AVP movies, they really leaned on action, things blowing up, boom, 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 pop, 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 pop. I can't even remember the lead character's name in The Predator because I didn't give a shit about it. So in this movie, they tried to flip all that and say, look, we're going to spend time with this tribe, we're going to spend time with this lady and really try to get you to understand where they're coming from, so when the shit goes down, you're going to care about them, and if they had just maybe condensed that a little bit more in another action sequence, I think that would have helped it out a lot more with the pacing.
That was my big thing too, is that like I felt like, okay, they established what they needed to establish,
right?
She's she's an excellent tracker, medicine woman. She wants to be a hunter. The tribe doesn't believe in her. She's the stereotypical "you should be cooking our meal" joke, and then fast forward, and then like even like the bear scene was great.
Yes,
that was a great scene. Like
that bear wasn't playing around, man.
But like if they would have like the snake scene, I could have done without. Like the wolf scene or dog scene, like that, I guess could have went either way. Maybe you do the dog scene, show that, and then the bear, like, oh, like he's going to the big game hunting, which is human, like, something like that. But I just felt like they dragged on like the establishment of like the main protagonist and like the tribe people. And like you could have done that, like you could have cut that like essentially in half, because I felt like 15 minutes into it, it was like, okay, like we have an understanding, but they just like kind of kept going. And then like that mulch scene that was like 10 minutes long, like I could have done without that. Like I felt like that was just filler. What's going on, Gage? I felt like it was like, we need, like, we're at like an hour and 30 minutes. How can we make this like an hour and 40 minutes? Let's do like a 10-minute scene of her like trying to get through this mulch. Like I just felt like they could have expedited that a little longer. And I know that was a setup for the ending, right? Because that's kind of, I do, but I think you could have established that at a lot shorter time. Like, so I just felt like there were moments throughout, especially like in the beginning, where you could have gotten to the point a little faster. Even if it was just like, there were tribe people that were just like going off, maybe like some of the gatherers are like going around gathering food, and the predator just slaughters them. Like, and you're just like, oh, what the, but like, I felt like
one scene with that, I agree, would have been kind of nice in the first act, just to see, because like I think when you finally get to, what you could have done, you could have established the French, like the French colonizers or whatever. You could have established them a little earlier by getting like a small group, like a tent of them or something, like killed when the predator arrives at first or something. That would have been a nice opening scene, but it would have kind of ruined that lay of the land thing that he was doing. But you could have done, I guess you could have done that quicker too. There's a few things there, but I agree. One big action scene right in the middle of that first act would have been nice. Just something.
Would have. Yeah, would have. And then that you could fast forward.
Sorry.
Yeah, you could fast forward and still understand it. Well, it was 90. I think it was 90, wasn't it? Or 95.
No, it was like an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was like an hour and 45 minutes, hour and 50 minutes, something like that.
I would still like. It's definitely worth the watch, though. Like, I would say definitely watch the whole thing. But if you're really like just having trouble getting through it, then yeah, maybe just skip to the ending.
Or like me, take a little nap about the midway point and wake up at the third act.
It like halfway through, it goes nuts though. When he starts killing all the colonizers or whatever, that's awesome.
Just fast forward to like the colonizer part.
That's the wrong word, but the French.
I mean,
the
Frenchmen. That's what they were.
Yeah,
the
whatever.
Frenchies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they were. You know?
Start about an hour in, you'll be good.
Yeah. Jason is praying for some Friday the 13th talk. You see
nice.
I trust me, Jason. We're ready to rock with that. Hopefully, we get some nice news soon.
Dude, I was just gonna say, man, if that gets announced, like I will be covering that very closely. Like I will be very excited for a new Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Absolutely,
right
Same here, man.
I think it's gonna be just big news in the horror community because Friday the 13th really has a big following and rightly so. So I can't wait.
And you know who we haven't even mentioned yet? Speaking of Friday the 13th, Vincent DeSanti from Womp Stomp. Like he should absolutely be in some capacity involved with an actual Friday the 13th movie.
I think so too.
I think he's earned his place there with all the fan films, man.
Yeah, just kind of keeping people, like I've said in a bunch of my especially Halloween videos, for fans of Friday like myself and Nightmare on Elm Street. As fans, all they have other than fan films and a lot of conversation is just hopes and dreams for over a decade. That's all that they've had. But like you said, Vincent, I mean, there's still been that little pulse, the fan films and the excitement over them. And I definitely think that just should give him the, like you said, a seat in the house, to at least have something to say because it's really made a difference to a lot of Friday fans. It really has.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. I'm super pumped for Never Hike Alone too. By the way, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with that, but God, I'm pumped.
Yeah,
very,
man,
very excited.
It just shows different things that you can do with these characters, and I think that's, like I said earlier, that's what I'm hoping is as they move forward with Friday the 13th. I just hope that they go in the right direction, that they do try to add some new, fresh flavor to it while still being respectful of the mythology. Don't do fucking Jason Goes to Hell type of stuff, man. We've already gone down that road and it was not fun, but be respectful. But yes, try some new things, but be respectful to the mythology. And I think it's almost guaranteed that the movie will do well. It might even do great, because people are hungry for the Friday franchise to come back.
Yeah. So hopefully it does, man. I'm praying for it too.
Yeah, man. Man.
Facts.
What was that?
That comment when he's just boom.
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, hey, I started that Incantation on Netflix.
I was going to last night and then I got caught up and I couldn't.
Is it good?
I fell asleep. I got about 30 minutes in. I saw like there was one really cool little scare sequence, but I fell asleep. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
I saw a movie last night that
no spoilers.
This is the movie I was going to say. I watched that last night and I thought it was terrible.
Okay,
like,
no spoilers,
really?
please.
No. It's not a spoiler. It's just a really bad movie. It's
awful.
It's
like
awful.
The worst horror movie I've watched all year.
I watched it because I wanted to do a review on it, like talk about it, because I thought it was an interesting concept and idea. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, and that's not an exaggeration.
Wow.
It was terrible.
I couldn't agree more. It was just. It was.
God, that's why I just didn't talk about it because I was like, I'm not gonna have anything to say good about this, and somebody's gonna be upset.
Someone, that's me and Craven were talking about like how to do reviews the other day, and I'm like, you can't just go online and say like this is a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Even if you feel that way, because someone out there loved every movie that has ever came out, which is so interesting.
Right. Yeah.
But
I couldn't find anything I liked in it. Like I watched there wasn't one like
not a thing. Even Kevin Bacon wasn't good, which is so weird.
The movie was just it was hands down one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. It really was. It was terrible. Like Cole fell asleep during it. She was like, "Why are you still watching?" I was like, "'Cause I'm already invested. I might as well finish it." Like she was like, "This is awful."
That's kind of where I got to a point with that Fate where I was like, I have to finish this, but this is awful. Like this is so bad, but I have to finish it.
Wow. It's funny. I've talked to several people that really liked it. That it was better than Prey.
I don't know one person.
Really?
I know about like a dozen people that I watched that movie, and they've all said the same thing. Most of them didn't even finish the movie. I don't know one person that's told me it was good.
I'm actually looking forward to watching it now, to hearing it, because I've heard both sides. One person say it's really good.
So you're still going for it.
You guys are saying,
we talked about maybe doing it for a watch party.
We did. We should do it.
Can we have fun with it, guys, without spoiling?
Here's
a great movie to make fun of and like
yes,
just say it's
100% yes.
Like
Sorry. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, wait, I have a hilarious thought. Honestly, the reason I kept watching it was because like everything about it is unbelievably predictable, and I'm like, I have to know if they're just translating everything or if I'm wrong. And like you keep watching, you're like, oh yeah, no, this is exactly what I thought was gonna happen. It is the least exciting twists and turns throughout the entire movie. Like it is so translated, and it's like, oh my god, this is the worst movie I've ever seen. It's so fun. Like it's actually, for that reason, it's almost so bad it's good territory, but like not quite. I don't know how to. It's one of the most like indescribably bad movies I've ever watched. Like I don't know. It's so interesting.
Man, that's pretty strong. I mean,
it is strong, man.
I'm gonna.
You like have to watch it though. So like I don't. It's one of those things where I'm like, I would definitely recommend this movie to people, but I will never watch it again. Like I will never watch it again, but I would recommend people to go check it out just to see how much of a train wreck it is. Fate, do you kind of get what I'm saying?
No,
I don't know how else to explain that.
It's so bad. It's comedic almost. You're just like, this is terrible. Like it's just like from start to finish and just the whole thing, and like there's no. It misses the mark in every way, but. Kevin Bacon also said that there were issues one of the reasons Kevin Bacon even took it. He has a report about it. Go read that report because it's not very. Basically, he just said like somebody had to take it. Like it wasn't his preferred thing. But also the big thing is that they didn't want to, because of the backlash that they would receive. They didn't want to kill any of like the LGBTQ people.
Yeah.
How do you make a slasher movie and you don't kill any of the main characters? Like it's just
okay. Can I say one thing and I won't spoil anything? But I just
turn
found
my volume down. Just give me a thumbs up.
No,
okay.
It's not.
This is not a spoiler.
That was
okay. There's 45 minutes in between the first and second kill. 45 minutes. I started counting. Because I'm like, no fucking. Like I actually rewound the movie to the first kill, and I'm like, I'm gonna start. I put a timer on my phone. There's 45 fucking minutes between the first and second kill, and like a little bit of exposition happens in that time. That is about it. Like, dude, it is fucking.
We're watching you.
I'm back.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. That's not even a spoiler, but it's just like a funny thing, you know?
Yeah.
Before the movie came out, said what I said. So it's not a spoiler. It's not like it ruins the movie. But you're right. I mean, it's just it's not even what it's supposed to be. It's just like a random mess of just like.
Yeah, it was just like I can't even believe this. Sorry, I'll get off of it. I had to vomit that out somewhere, about that movie because like I'm not making a video about it, absolutely not. But like I had to get that out somewhere. Yeah. I don't know, it's just so funny.
It was just a terribly constructed movie from start to finish. It just makes no sense. Anyway. Yeah.
Wow.
I can keep going on how bad this movie is.
All right. Well, real quick, I want to say what's up to Marcus. I shot him 6 times. And asking who we want to play Jason in the new Friday movie.
Ooh.
I still like Derek Mears, man.
I agree.
And he still wants to do it. And, I thought he was great in the remake, to be quite honest. But I'd be open to other people too. The right.
Kane Hodder available?
That was my first thought was Kane Hodder, but yeah.
Kane is still pretty amazing, man. I'm telling you. If you saw him in 13 Fanboy, I was like, damn, Kane is still the man. Same thing with CJ Graham. Like these guys are friggin'.
I still have to watch that. I have not watched that yet, and it's been on my watch list for forever.
You should check it out, man. It was cheesy fun. It was a throwback to the 80s slashers, you know. So it was cool stuff. It was cool stuff.
Dope.
Yeah, especially if you're a Friday the 13th fan, it was a lot of cool stuff. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
So, hey, real quick, Culpan said something about a new statement from Nev Campbell dropped.
Yes.
Has anyone read about that?
Where at? What source? We can find it real quick.
I haven't heard anything about that.
I haven't heard anything.
And no one I know that usually sends me stuff has sent me anything.
Yeah.
I'm checking now.
Unless it's like literally just dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know.
No, there is something. Yeah, no, like
really,
where
35 minutes ago. Yeah, go to if you look up Nev Campbell, there's a People article about it.
Oh, just on Google.
Yeah.
All right.
People magazine. Okay.
What does it say?
I can read it for you guys if you want.
Yeah,
go for it.
Just do it.
In an exclusive chat with people surrounding her new campaign video for the American Red Cross, the actress Nev Campbell says her choice not to sign on to reprise her role as final girl Sydney Prescott for Scream 6 was truly just negotiation related. In a quote, she says, "I did not feel that what I was being offered, this is the same thing to the value that I bring to this franchise and have brought to this franchise for 25 years, she tells People. And as a woman in this business, I think it's really important for us to be valued and to fight to be valued, continues Campbell. I honestly don't believe it's just more talking about the negotiations. Don't believe that if I were a man and had done 5 installments of a huge blockbuster franchise over 25 years, that the number that I was offered would be the number that would be offered to a man. And in my soul, I just couldn't do that," she adds. "I couldn't walk on set feeling undervalued and feeling the unfairness or lack of fairness around that." Ugh.
How can you hear something like
rough,
that?
dude.
Nev Campbell's going to be in this movie. Like, I'm sorry, but seriously.
Yeah.
How can you hear something like that and still believe like it's all a ruse? Like, because I still have people that are like, no, there's no way, and I'm just like, this wasn't like a hey, everything's great, but we're just not going to do this movie. And like they tried to like, you know, and both parties released a statement. All Nev has done is just dragged Paramount through the mud. You know?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Jake.
And well, this to me, she's essentially saying the same thing again, but clarifying it. And I think the reason she's doing that, she's not outwardly saying this, but to me that comes off as, guys, I'm really not in the movie. Like, please stop asking me about it.
Yeah,
I actually
be ready.
Because like the way she reacts when people bring it up, like she just looks like offended and uncomfortable. Like that video of her at that one con that came out like maybe like a month ago, I want to say. Like she just looks so uncomfortable when people are asking her. So like that's another thing. Like I want to say this again. I should be saying this in more of my Scream videos. Please, if you meet Nev Campbell, don't ask her about it. Like don't try to get any more scoops. Because she's like, listen, she is telling us she's not in the movie, and she actually feels like this is how she feels about it. Like what I just said. And I don't know. To me, it's just like it's kind of shitty that people are still just questioning her about it to get some kind of crazy scoop, you know?
I agree too, man, because I was thinking to myself, if she was still going to be in Jersey, I wasn't even going to mention Scream. I mean, other than just saying, you know, nice to meet you and I'm a fan, but I wasn't going to ask her anything because you know what I'm saying? Because I could just imagine the emotion of it. If you go by what we're seeing in what she's been saying, I can hear the hurt. Where I can hear the emotion and if I was putting myself, and like we talked about before, it's the same idea, well, to some degree, but like if you're at a job for over 25 years and you've been doing what you're supposed to do, you come to work every day and you've been dedicated, you've been loyal, you've taken a few, you know, cuts in pay, you know, to help out the company, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? The time comes for the raise and you don't get that raise or you're not offered what you think is due to you. How would you feel? You know, it'd be terrible, you know, so I can only imagine how she feels, you know?
Well, this statement about I couldn't walk on the set feeling undervalued and feeling the unfairness around that, that is really rough, man. That's like,
that's what I'm saying. This is
come on, guys. I know like half the people I talk to believe she's in it. It's literally like 50,
that's
50.
all I get from people is that like she's in it. Like, and I'm just like, how? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like she's not sitting there going, "Hey, it just didn't work out. I'm really sorry." No, she is dragging these people through the mud over this situation. Like this isn't.
There's more too. Like I didn't. That was just that was just scratching the surface. I'm not gonna read it because it's a really long quote. But like essentially, she just goes on to say like just more about that. Like she's like, "I'm not in the next Scream film. Like I did this Red Cross thing because like it really like it spoke to her, and she didn't. She's like talking about how she actually didn't realize that only 3% of Americans donate blood and stuff. Like but I mean, dude, this is a lot. Like, go read this People magazine thing right now. Like, it is a long. The whole thing is just quotes from Nev Campbell talking about how she is not in the film, and she doesn't say this, but I can just feel it from the wording here. She really just does not. She's not in the film. She really doesn't want to be asked about it anymore. She feels uncomfortable about it, which is totally understandable. So I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
And I was going to say too. The other thing about that too is that you can feel the respect that she has for the character and the franchise in how she worded those things, that you've been a part of for over 25 years and so forth and so forth. And like I said, man, I can't imagine what it felt like or what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's Sidney Prescott. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just too bad, man. It's like
25 years and the new guy gets the manager position.
Yeah.
What have I been doing here for the last 25 years?
Right. I thought I was doing a good job. I've done my part. I've been positive. I haven't done any dumb stuff over the years. I've been supportive and so forth and so forth. And then bam, you basically get a slap in the face. It sucks, man.
Look at that quote I just put in the chat. That's crazy.
Where did you put it?
I just posted it in the live chat.
Oh, there we go. Yep. But at the same time, I really just couldn't bear the idea of walking onto the sixth film and feeling undervalued. Well, it just reading it out loud, I just feel like, oh man, that's just. But at the same time, I give her credit.
Studio.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but I also give her credit for taking a stand, because we know a lot of actors and actresses, and I'm not saying it's a right or wrong thing. I'm just calling it like it is. But we know a lot of actors and actresses that will just go and take the check and just move on to the next thing, and they don't really give a crap of what they're doing. So I give her credit for, taking a stand, man. Hopefully it'll make a difference for other actresses, especially.
Hopefully people.
I
take
hope
more
so.
Of a stand.
I hope so too.
But like Colpin said, Spyglass. Hopefully they release a statement now and sort this out instead of continuing to ignore it. The problem is that they're not. With a situation like this, you're better off just leaving it alone and just letting it brush over. By the time the movie comes out, the movie is good. In hindsight, no one will even think about it. I mean, people will talk about Nev. Yeah, people will talk about Nev not being in the movie, but they're not going to talk about what happened. People are going to forget, especially if the movie is a good movie. Like success trumps everything. Like I've always said that. Like it does.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we see it in professional sports with actors, with you name it. We see it, and it's always one of those things. But anyway,
yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna get ready to start winding this down. Any final thoughts for you guys? Stephen, you want to go first, or if you do have anything?
I'll jump in. Yeah, I got a stream tonight. I'd like to share with everybody. If you are a Halloween fan, Halloween Ends in particular, tonight at 9:30, and what is that? 3.5 hours from now.
Yeah.
We will Central Time. I'll be live, and the Night Watch Zone will be with me. Brandon from I Like Scary, Helvington coming on the channel for the first time, and Brett James Bishop. And all we're going to do is talk about Halloween Ends, bold predictions, bold theories. So if you're a Halloween fan, come join the stream tonight. It's going to be a party. We're going to have a great time. 9:30 Central.
Yeah, man. How about you, Jake?
I'm also doing a stream in about 5 minutes.
All right.
So come hang out. Come hang out. Come say hey. The voices will keep haunting in you inside of your brain if you don't. So come say hey and hang out. There you go.
Yeah. How about you, Fate?
Same old thing. Subscribe to Fate Decided. If you're not subscribed to Fate Decided. Sports channels. If you guys like sports, as it stands, go on over there. The channel's still doing really good. And then subscribe here at Lethal Collective. If you're not subscribed to Lethal Collective, do help us out. Share this channel, stuff like that. We still need 240 so we can get monetized.
Right, we're almost there.
So whatever you guys can do, even whether you have one follower or 1 million followers, you never know. That one person you have might be the one that comes over and subscribes. So help us out.
And can I just say this, Fate? Now you bring that up, Jason earlier. I know it's a long way back, but Jason earlier made a comment, and I love that. And it's kind of the concept we always had, where you bring a friend to church, you know, and it's the same concept. If everyone could just say, hey, come join me, I'll be in the chat, and one person would come with you, next for the Friday's broadcast. This Friday is the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going old school, baby. Broadcasting. The radio tower Million put in threw me off. Thank you, Million, for the radio tower reference.
Right.
We're broadcasting now.
Yeah.
Anyway, this Friday's episode, if you all could bring one person with you on there, and they could log in first time, subscribe, that gives us 40 subscribers in one shot, just like that.
Yep.
That's huge.
It is.
And if you guys can do it, go for it. Make an effort like this week to try to find one person you work with, you go to school with, in your family, then say, hey, will you join me for an hour and a half on Friday? And just see what happens. That would be amazing, guys.
Subscribe to the Lethal
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be going live too in an hour, a little bit more than an hour, and Slasher Movie Club. So definitely, if you guys are around, want to jump in and say hi, and that'd be great.
Yeah.
And Monster Mania this weekend, so that'll be fun. And what can I say? We're going to be having a blast. It's going to be fun. So, anyways, I guess that's all that we've got.
Night. Are you going to be in the Lethal Collective Friday from Jersey, or are you going to be traveling?
Jake, are you?
What are we doing?
We both did the look.
Know. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this.
What are you doing?
Well, we're trying to meet David Arquette. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I will, man, because with everything going on and I just don't know time frames, so probably not.
I'll you know what I'll do? Like at one point, I'll just I'll get on my phone or something. I'll be like, "Hey, what's going on?" And me and Knight will be there, and we'll just go, "Yeah," like that, and then I'll just close out of it.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
That's all we can do, though. That's
all we can do.
That's the extent. Yeah.
It's worth a lot, though. It's worth a lot. It's the thought that counts.
Right.
Well, here's my question: are we going to do any kind of live stream together? Like I would love to jump on your panel, or have you guys join me on a live stream from the venue, and like a roving reporter,
Yeah. Well, I think we should talk about it because I definitely was thinking of doing a live down there, but I haven't figured out exactly when. So yeah, we'll have to talk and figure that out. That'd be fun to do. Yeah.
Wow.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
All
let me
right.
know.
Colton
Keep me
I will.
posted.
Does my dog count? If your dog has a YouTube account,
Right.
your dog,
Does your
if
dog actively watch
If your
YouTube?
dog has a YouTube channel,
Exactly. That would work.
I'm definitely not telling you to make one for your dog and watch the Lethal Collective on Friday.
Yeah.
On your dog's channel.
And you still haven't subscribed.
Yeah,
Right.
it's true.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you guys so much. We will be catching you later. Take it easy. And the collective has spoken. Peace out. Later.
See ya.